Welcome back to PulseChain Monster News, baby dolls. Is PulseChain dead? The ecosystem getting absolutely ravaged. We're going to go through so many crackaroony news pieces today. The ecosystem is nuking on fire due to some Uber whales exiting. And by Uber whales, there's probably just one guy. People have done some wallet analysis. Apparently, it's a person who's self-doxed Conrad Zen. We don't know. I don't know. A lot of people are alleging that. We're going to go through a lot of stuff today, friends. Covering Richard Hart. We'll be speaking about crypto as a whole, ecosystems. I saw all the baby dolls in the chat. Just going to go through, drop you the hot news. So the ecosystem is now 11 red months in a row. And just to give you an idea, like Solana is 9 red months in a row. So it doesn't really mean much, like just red candles in a row. Like everything's just nuked. Everything's cooked. This is the PulseChain PLS price chart. But I just want to remind you of something, okay? Confirmation bias, whether you see a linear or a log chart. Okay, so everyone is looking at the log chart. Why? Most people you see on Twitter, a lot of them have exited. They've sold, a lot of them. So now they just write FUD essays all day. All day. They have nowhere else to go to. They have no other ecosystem to go to. Because depends on other ecosystems, it gets boring. Literally, go look at them. It's all the same stuff. Do you remember everybody was worshipping the banana of Charles Hoskinson? You know, there's literally a lot of PulseChain KOLs as well worshipping Charles Hoskinson's banana at $1 Ethereum, and then it drops 88% anyway, literally just from there. And it actually goes and breaks a low. By the way, if I had spare $Ethereums, we're doing a weekly bite, we're nibbling every single week, I'd be accumulating. Because, friends, Charles, like I said, friends, Charles is a little beach, okay? Not a big beach, he's a little beach. He's going to come back. He always does. He's got all his tokens in there. He's going to come back and shill it. 100%. No doubt in my mind. As soon as Ethereum's up, Bitcoin's up. So just giving you an idea that the game's never actually really over. And obviously, very topical to what's been happening, friends. Yes, Michael Saylor just started buying more Bitcoin, but, you know, I've been covering it for you, juicy news and other videos. There's a bit of a caveat. Where did he get the money to buy Bitcoin? Well, Michael Saylor, he printed shares of MicroStrategy, and he dumped on them. He dumped on them. He took $180 million out of the liquidity pool. He put half of it into yield payouts for Stretch, STRC, and he used the other 100 million to buy Bitcoin. So it's dire situation for the Ponzi, okay? We need Bitcoin to go up. Hopefully it does continue to go up. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go and just show you the PulseChain PLS price chart. It is obviously down huge from the launch, down 98, 99%. It needs like a 50x just to get back to that launch high. It's, yeah, down enormous. But what you'll see, friends, is this is the truth, right? Look, I get it. I'm just like, friends, a lot of people, I know, man, what do you do at this point? You can click sell, and then you have to go buy another altcoin. Or you can just go buy Bitcoin. You can go do that. Remember, Bitcoin dominance peaked at 66%. So it's kind of showing you what the future is, you know? Or you could go buy Ethereum. But the thing is as well, right? If you buy Ethereum, I'm going through this, friends. It's not biased. Okay, I'll just tell you. Like, you could go and buy Ethereum. I'm just going to tell you, right? So if ETH-BTC goes down here, yes, okay, Bitcoin's great. But you're going to have to, you definitely have to buy Ethereum down there anyway, all right? That's a painful scenario. But if ETH-BTC goes up, remember the PMI is above 50 now. If ETH-BTC goes up, this, you know, this wave up here, altcoins start accelerating. Yeah, they start moving up because Ethereum's coming back. So this is what you're playing for. So if you go into defensive Ethereum and you go up from here, you know, like all the altcoins you sold at the bottom, well, they might be up 200% higher, 3x. Now, it doesn't seem like much from here. But if you're selling now, right, you can only buy back 1/3 of your position as it goes on higher, okay? Obviously, none of this is financial advice because we don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, like, if we knew what was going on, we wouldn't think that Ethereum has gained 0.1 Bitcoin since 2016 March. Okay, this is, friends, is the state of crypto. This is a very, very important thing. So Ethereum, even with a spot ETF, it didn't fix anything. It still went all the way down. That's absolutely bonkers, right? Even with the Ethereum spot ETF. Continuing back with PulseChain. This is the real chart, friends. This is the real chart, okay? No one shows this chart. This is the real chart. Why don't they show that chart? It's because the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you know, when you see a green candle like that possible, you know, friends, it can just go whoop, and there you go. It's back in the middle. The liquidity is very, very, very thin. It's by design, okay? It is by design. Now, before we even cover say the other coins, let's just go right into it. I've replied to a baby doll in my telegrams, okay? I forgot who I was talking to, my telegrams, and they were asking about, one person said that it's cooked because Richard Hart made the decision to not just have Hex as one token, but to instead now do multiple tokens. Okay, so this is the Hex logo, okay? That's what people believe, that people are cooked because of that. And I will tell you that's wrong. It's actually wrong. Having multiple tokens has actually saved things. And you think, no, how's that possible? I'll show you how that's possible. Okay, I will now show you. So if we just use this example here, right here, friends, if the whole ecosystem, so what I'll do is I'll draw, this is world 1 and this is world 2. Okay, so this is like two worlds, and this one's, the left one's gonna be, all right, what happens if it was just one token Hex? Okay, what we can actually do, we can actually draw it right now just to show you what it would look like. Okay, what it would look like is it would be everyone. Okay, so this is what would happen. Okay, so this is, let's say, the ownership of the city. So you would have all of these early Hex OGs. Okay, all of early Hex OGs, Hex OG, fluke, lottery ticket winners. Okay, big supply. And then you would have all of the small people. Okay, everyone basically gets dumped on infinitely by these guys because it's one token. Because it would have been like, an example I use is, it would be like, you know how there's people who bought Bitcoin? They got like 10,000 Bitcoin in 2011. Imagine Bitcoin created altcoins on the network, but the supply kept going to the early Bitcoin holders. Okay, what do you think they'd be doing? Do you think they'd be shilling the little coins? No, they'd be dumping it forever and ever. They would not onboard enough people. No way. They'd just be dumping forever. So you basically choked. Okay, so that is what would happen if there was one token Hex. So I don't want to use all specific names because I know a lot of people emotionally, they're destroyed. You know, people had millions and millions and millions of dollars, told their family they're rich, and then everything goes down. Like we've seen what happened to, like, you know, Mr. Silvertooth, for example, had $1 million at the top, and then literally 60 days later, he only has 250 grand, and then, you know, gets divorced, wife leaves him, and just, you know, just spirals out of control. Okay, but I'm just telling you, like, he's not even, like, you wouldn't even be the biggest and the worst. Okay, he lived a very frugal life. But for other people, there are some big whales, like, for example, like Conrad, allegedly. The thing is as well, friends, so obviously I have no envy, I have no anger. Here's why. I mean, the guy took an enormous risk. Enormous. He inserted 100 Bitcoin into Hex at the start. Man, imagine you had 100 Bitcoin today. You had $6 million. Imagine you put that into one altcoin. You know how risky that is? And then the altcoin hit a fluke shot lottery. So in this one token Hex world, okay, these guys would have forever been destroying. Okay, but now you're like, I know you're seeing the price down, but you go, hey, how is this any different to now? Let me show you, my friends. Okay, now though, Hex, right? The ecosystem doesn't just have one token Hex, okay? Now you have Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Inc, all right? You have other stuff as well, Mr. Perv, whatever, okay? You have these as well. So what I'll do is I'll actually write them out here. You have Hex, right? We'll do PLS, okay? And then we can actually do PulseX, okay? PulseX. And then we'll also do Inkaroonies. And then, you know, we can even do Mr. Perv, okay? Mr. Perv, okay? Crowd favorite, Mr. Perv. Got to have underwear here. Of course, there has to be an underwear emoji. Mr. Perv, look at you, okay? So you open up capabilities now to do some stuff that is actually happening right now, which it's kind of funny. I tell you what's going on, but people don't believe me and they keep doing it anyway. Good. I mean, like, you know, good. So well, I'll tell you what happens, okay? Now, friends, see how there is all these tokens instead of one token? Now, what you can do is, you see these early Hex whales? I'm going to now draw for you like 3. Let's actually draw to show a very strong bonding. 1, 2, 3, 4 bonding. Okay? There are 4 arrows to signify really strong bonding with Pulse. what you can do now, because these guys just keep dumping, is you can remove the liquidity and make it really thin. You see? It's only got like one string attached now. Just one. You know, very weak. So now when they dump, these don't get as molested as it would be if it was just one token with like infinite bonding. You're bonded to the whole network with everyone, okay? Do you see what's happening? That's actually what's happened. Now, it is painful. All the liquidity is thin, okay? But you got to remember, friends, like, look, in an ideal world, Ethereum is $10,000 by now, and you don't need to do this. Yeah, but we didn't get the ideal world. Yeah, ETH-BTC is crushed. Ethereum's crushed. Friends, Tom Lee literally put in, you know how much Tom Lee's put in, friends? Tom Lee inserted $18 billion into Ethereum. Yep, he just bought, by the way, another 203 million. So he put in 18 billion, 1/8. He's offside 50%. Yep. Can you believe that? He inserted $18 billion into Ethereum. He's offside 50%. So that's another way to tell you, look, for whatever reason, right? Hey, look at that pDAI logo. For whatever reason, it just wasn't our time. Okay, that's it. It wasn't our time. And I'll just ask like the whole of crypto, okay? So also what I want to do is just show you this example. This is one token, Hex Whale, and then this is the many tokens, okay? So this is, why is this better? Because there's something else going on, right, that people haven't figured out. If you're a market maker in this world, okay, what you can do as well is you can have an isolated run. For example, you can make, say, Ink rally by itself. Okay, you can make Ink rally by itself. And then what it will do is all the weak hands of Hex, the supply, they will sell to go chase the top of Ink. So that's what they'll do. They will, because Hex is not moving and they're seeing Ink move and they don't have any other money. So they will liquidate themselves in Hex to go buy the top of Ink. And then they end up buying the top. And then what ends up happening is this comes back down later on, but they have gotten rid of Hex supply. And if you run this scenario out every month, every 2 months, eventually you peel off the supply of all the trading gamblers and people who are waiting and getting bored and people who are chasing other coins and going to Solana and all this stuff out here, okay? So do you see how this is a way better situation? If you were all one token in Hex, everybody gets cooked. Because you're just literally at the mercy of all of these, okay? So you can see why it's very advantageous to you there. Now, you probably want to say, Sommi, is there an example of this happening? Yeah, there is, friends, which I'll show you right now. Actually, I'll get the page here for you. There is an example of it happening, and it didn't actually involve another Richard Hart core coin. It involved pDAI, okay, which I'm going to show you now. You can actually look at the pDAI to pHex ratio, and I'll just show you this actually happened, right? I recorded it. So in the Trump euphoria, December 2024, see right here, this is the ratio of pDAI to pHex, okay? pDAI to pHex. See this number is 1-to-1. So I want you to imagine what happened. So what happened is pDAI got to parity with pHex. It got to 1. We saw people, what they did is at that parity number, like there was one guy, just one guy, but many people did this. They sold 10 million Hex to go buy pDAI, okay? They used their Hex money to come buy pDAI, right? And then what happened was, on the FUD event, guess what they did? They sold their pDAI back into Hex. Yep, they did. So when they had 10 million pHex at the start. When they sold it, they only had 1.5 million. All right, see that? They bought high, they sold low, they've been rinsed. So I just literally gave you a public example that already happened. And guess what? Look at it even worse for them. Now, the pDAI pHex ratio is even higher than when they bought. Look at this, it's up to 2.46. Check that out, right? So wouldn't it be crazy if they sold down here and they're buying back up here, okay? So are you starting to see what's happening now? Now, if you're sitting on the sidelines, you now see how dangerous it is to trade, especially in this ecosystem when there's all these moving parts. That's why, like, if I'm on a DCA buy, you just get all the coins and just don't do anything. But I know it's very, very hard because, you know, people get tempted. They get tempted to trade. Effectively, it's a way to burn away people's coins who are using it like a trading kit, and they get mogged, okay? Some of you have even asked, some of you have said to me, Sommi, I want to sell. So some of you have said, hey, you want to rotate your pDAI out into PHEX. Look, you can do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do 10%. If you really want to do that, you can do that here. You know, at least you're selling up here, not like selling down there. That's better. But you would, look, I wouldn't be surprised if one day this gets to a stupid number, like 5 or 10. Okay? And look, I'm telling you this now because so you can watch in real time. Let's bring up the pDAI chart because people aren't going to listen. Okay? They're not going to listen, friends. So if pDAI is running by itself on the chain, I won't be surprised if it's like 5 cents. Okay, it breaks the high, 3, 4, or 5 cents. And the core coins haven't broken their highs. So people holding the core coins, what they do is they might go and buy pDAI up 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, 6. So they'll be selling their core coins that are not moving, and they'll be buying pDAI, thinking, oh my gosh, it's now going to peg tomorrow and I'm going to win. And I would not be surprised as well if, as it goes up there, right, it hits like 6 cents and then there is a farty poopy. Now, I know it doesn't look like much because it's a log chart. Let me put on linear. That's what it looks like. Wow. Boom, another 65% drop. You know, sprinkle a bit of FUD here. Maybe release another protocol that gives you high yield. Rug it down there. Maybe Richard Hart publicly tweets, it's a stupid coin. Stupid. Stop talking about that stupid coin. Makes them sell more. Right? And then scoop a dupe. Okay. So effectively, friends, what's happening is you're managing people who they don't know what to do with their coins. Okay. So look, this is the funniest part, right? Emotions override logic. Yeah, I don't have the roadmap. I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm just telling you. I can warn you about this every day. It doesn't matter. I know people are going to do it. Of course they're going to do it, right? Of course they're going to do it. Yeah, we always say, friends, like if coins are going up, this is actually what happens, right? If coins are going up and I'm not talking about it, you already see what people say to me. They say I'm gatekeeping. Yeah, straight away. They go, he doesn't want you to know. He's gatekeeping. He wants it all for himself. Yeah, they say that straight away. That's emotions. That's literally emotions. When I'm like, no, dude, I'm not gatekeeping. I literally just forgot to read your message. You know what I mean? Like, if I have enough time to peg my own nibbles, there's a priorities, right? I forgot to read your message that one time. Like, no, gatekeeping. That's what happens, right? And then what happens on the way down? He's selling! Exit liquidity! This is what happens. So let's go cover the rest of the core coins. Just, you know, I'm telling you that right now, friends, that, I've just shown you why I'm not... Obviously, friends, yeah, it is depressing, but there's no, like, anger or rage. You can't do anything, man. This is what the PulseX price chart looks like. Friends, look, do you think it's... Look, do you honestly... Look how nothing... This is nothing, dude. Do you understand how easy it is to go, whoop, okay, we're back in the middle of the range. Yeah, how easy it is to do that. One of you baby dolls as well in the chat wants me to do Fibonacci extensions to see what targets are. The problem with the Fibonacci extensions are you don't know where it's going to land. Is it going to go back to the high? Is it going to retrace? Or is it going to break the high? But I'll do them anyway, okay? So if you do a Fibonacci extension from the Pulse chain high and you go down to where we are now, okay, all the way around here, the 61.8% retrace and the 50% is right there. It's about 1.4 to 1.8x sack price. Okay, so this will probably be a chop zone somewhere around here. Okay, it'll probably be around there. But like, there's all these retracements here as well, so you don't know. If you are hoping for the highest euphoria point, okay, it would be all the way up here. It would be 12x sack price. Okay? 12x sack price. That's how high it would be. And yeah, that's a long way away. Just to show you, if PLS would do that, let's see from here to sack price. You're looking at a whopping, we grab it right here. We'll do the ruler. To 12x sack price, 220x. That's what it would be, you know. That's just Pulse itself. Now I'll show you PLSX. It's the same thing pretty much. If you do a Fibonacci from it as well, where is the 61% retrace? It's like 80% sack price around here. So these are like where they come, they chop it around. And then if it goes to the highest fib, it's also about 5.8x sack price. So that'd probably be equally like 200x or something away. But you need a lot of capital. You got to remember, I think we calculated for the PulseChain ecosystem to get to those highest fibs on Pulse and PulseX, the whole ecosystem needs to be about, I think, 100 billion, no, about 150 billion market cap. Okay, 150B. Now, this breaks your heart, but 150 billion was not that high in 2021 because BNB hit 100, XRP hit 100, Cardano hit 100, Dogecoin hit 90. And that was in 2021. And they've been printing money the whole time, you know? So this is the total crypto industry. This is the market caps right now. See, friends, just to show you how insanely high 150 to 200 billion is right now. Ethereum is 200 billion. You might say, oh, so that's unrealistic. Well, no. We all thought with everything Ethereum was doing by now, this is from 5 years ago, we thought by now Ethereum would be over 10,000. Okay. If Ethereum is the price of 8,400, which I'll show you, it is 1 trillion market cap. Okay. That is Ethereum right here. Okay. So if Ethereum is 8,400, that is 1 trillion. Okay. We are not 8,400. We are freaking 1,700. So we're only 200 billion when we thought by now we would be like 10K, which is like 1.5 trillion. See that? So just to show you, friends, if Ethereum, the safest altcoin, they say, safest relative, if that's down, let me show you like where expectations are, friends. If you thought something was going to be 10,000 and it's only where it is now, it's down 83%. So it is 83% lower than where you thought. That was the safe spear of all altcoins. So you're going to see why all the altcoins are in like dire situation, poopy prices. However, it turns around though. This is the Hex chart, friends. Of course, Hex getting mogged. But look, friends, Hex is nothing. Friends, look at these candles. They're nothing. They're literally nothing. I know this is what everyone's looking at. What everyone will do is they will put it on like a daily and they'll go to log and they'll go, whoa. This is never able to recover down 40%. Dump. Friends, the liquidity is thin as hell. I can't see the total liquidity because the GoPulse website is down, but it's very, very, very thin, very thin. You know, but when does the money get inserted? Well, the money gets inserted. Look, you probably want to know as well, friends, like, why isn't there money inserted now? Well, very good, right? Richard Hart did the right move, and what we'll do is we'll crank it a bit. So, we didn't get any capital insertion for a reason. I think he tried. He put like 20 or 40 million, and then it just got dumped on straight away. So, and you see it for a good reason, because there's no follow through. So in a normal bull market, friends, I guess in the past, if you spend $1 on marketing, you might get back like $4. Okay. You get like a 4x multiplier. That's normal. In our one, if you spend $1, you'll only get back 20 cents. Okay. So it's obviously not wise to insert. People just dump on you. There's not enough net new people coming in. Where are those net new people? They're buying real assets like potatoes, which of course, you know, God mocked us with potatoes. And isn't it funny? Potatoes literally went up 7x in 1 month. Literally tulips. Like they grow out of the ground. They grow out of the ground and they went 7x in a month. Ah, well. Yeah, this is what everyone's looking at, friends, when it comes to the Hex price chart. I can't get the combined Hex. Actually, I think I can, actually. I can. I have combined Hex as well. Combined Hex, friends, is down 99.79% from the top. It's effectively as close to dead as you could possibly get. if you were to draw a Fibonacci from 55 cents to where it is now, the Fib gets you about 20 cents. So just to show you how much X would this get you all the way up to say 20 cents, it would get you 173 X return. You know? Okay, of course, some of your friends as well, morbid vibes. He's saying, hey man, you can never recover from this. No. You understand, friends. See, this is how markets work, okay? The crowd, it's like one consciousness, okay? It's an organism. People get in a mood for selling, and then everyone keeps selling until you just eventually run out of sellers. You don't know when it is, right? You just run out of sellers. When it's bull mode, no one's selling. No one wants to sell because you look like an idiot. Yeah. Now I know you can't relate to that. Yeah, no one can. That's why it's been a very long time. But that's actually what happens. And what would you need to see? Well, I'll give you an example. Okay, what happens is if Ethereum is back at 4,000 and it's knocking on the door of 5 and then it breaks up to 6, no one's selling any altcoin. Everybody's buying. People who have sold, they're buying back in. They are. That's what happens, right? It's very reflexive like that. It's just we've been waiting a very long time, okay? So that's why I'll just tell you that's what happens, right, with the crowd. There's literally, it feels like it's infinite selling until it's not. But yeah, of course, like when is that going to happen? I'd love to know. pDAI, friends, obviously very interesting. Why? Why is it very interesting? As the rest of the ecosystem does multiple red monthly candles, pDAI does 3 green in a row and now it's done this big wick, okay? So there's very interesting price action going on with it. That's all. And I will be doing more live streams if we go up to the Catty price level and the Richard Hart FUD level, okay? Also, friends, I have very special. We have Mr. Paladin here with $31 frickin' with frickin' duties. Someday I will be converting 100 Bitcoin from my yacht into a startup S-coin. When I am selling my millions from Super Yacht Fuel, I want you all to feel sorry for me. 100 Bitcoin. Of course, he's referencing Mr. Conrad Zen, who like allegedly put, man, friends, you understand how risky that is? You put 100 Bitcoin value into an altcoin and it paid off. That's how rare it was, man. His portfolio was like billions up at the top. Now, friends, I'm going to cover Mr. MVS Crypto's thread just quickly. We'll go through Richard Hart's takes, Bitcoin news and stuff, what's going on in the ecosystem before we cover a lot of stuff. So Richard Hart, he made a post that, you know, PulseChain is better than ZeCash, and he makes his write-up here. ZeCash was just emergency patched. Yeah, of course. So obviously ZeCash had a big run. Of course, the Mossad coin. But yeah, like the price went up. So that's why everybody says, hey, we don't really care about these features when the thing actually went up. That's what obviously what the most of the community is just feeling. This is the ZeCash price chart, had a big wick down to Rooney's, but something just to let you know, friends, many people sold their altcoins listening to every single crypto influencer who was telling them, buy ZeCash, the trend is up, and then they get mogged down 60%. Just as a fierce reminder that they have, look, you have in crypto what I call the rotation problem, where you can identify, oh, I don't like this. Okay, that's one part of the equation solved. You mean you sell. Okay, where do you rotate to now? Where do you rotate? Okay, let's get some Pumpy G music. I'd like to know. Where do you rotate, sir? Please tell me. They got no answer. Because you're just joining someone else's problems. All over again. And then people might say, well, just go rotate to Bitcoin. Of course, that's the Bitcoin maxi part. Now you got the Michael Saylor Ponzi problem. And it's offensive. No one's going to tell you when the time is right. Okay, they're going to tell you only after the fact. But like, I'll just tell you now, Bitcoin dominance has had 5 up years in a row. Excessively dangerous. Excessively dangerous Bitcoin dominance. So like, that's what you're doing, right? So if you're selling altcoin to go buy Bitcoin, that's what you're doing. You are hopping on the train after 5 years of Bitcoin dominance going up. And that's another way to say there are millions of weak hands you can't possibly imagine. Okay. You know, friends, I showed this for you in my updates today, but I've watched some Bitcoin Maxi podcasts and videos. I've watched 3 of them. Different people, different studios, different vibes. Yeah. And man, they are in so much cope. They've got nothing positive to say about Bitcoin. So now they're just shitting on Ethereum. It's funny, all of them shitting on Ethereum and altcoins, and they're so complacent, friends. They are now, this is hilarious. So get this through your head. They are now saying Ethereum smart contracts, it's a curse. They're saying it's because of quantum and AI, that it's all like, it's not worth touching it. It's all risky. Which is exactly like if you owned a skateboard and you're complaining that people are driving cars. Because you go, oh, you know, the car can fly off, or the engine can explode, or oil can leak. Oh no, don't ever use a car. I want you to just think about the future. Think about stablecoin supercycle, tokenization supercycle. All of these things are coming. So that's what they've got now. That's what they've got, right? So, but no one's going to believe it unless ETH actually rises up. That's what we need. Bitcoin news coverage. So 3.2 million follower Bitcoin news. Remember, friends, they released a video doing a very neutral coverage on Richard Hart and the chain.
Oh, you bet.
So they came out here, this guy
around here.
So they have 3.2 million followers, given a very neutral take. Could be paid for, you know, but yeah, just very interesting just to get the network effect out there. I know a lot of people just licking wounds, man. I know it's really, really, really painful, excessively painful, but I don't know. What's the answer? Where do we go? Where do you go? You know, price, that's the thing, friends. If you think altcoins will go up, you think Ethereum goes up. If Ethereum goes up, all this stuff down here does some sort of mean reversion. You know, if you think altcoins never recover, you go to Bitcoin. Yeah. If you think Bitcoin only goes up, I want you to think about that world though. You're saying, okay, we're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 years of Bitcoin dominance, up only forever. You know, stablecoins are growing 40% year on year as well. Just think about that. Hypermarket launch. So LibertySwap has rolled out a major new protocol this week. Liberty Hypermarket launching ahead of the World Cup. So here we have, they're talking about peacocking stuff, all of these. Is this legal in the US? Good question. So there's obviously the CME NASDAQ. Liberty Hypermarket is launching, powered by Hyperliquid. So this, I think that's what they're going to let you do. They're going to let you leverage trade through your wallet. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're going to let you leverage trade through your wallet, and it's probably going to sync up to Hyperliquid. Maybe Hyperliquid will get a PulseChain listing or something. Who knows? Yeah, so hopefully it ends up being good. Also, speaking of the World Cup, now world famous Shakira, okay, whose hips don't lie, she has a song called Die Die. And the lyrics, I've read them out for you. She talks about what killed you and broke you now made you stronger, which is very similar to pDAI. She uses the word glory, glory, glory. We know Richard Hart words as well. There's a lot of conspiracy when it comes to that. We'll come to the World Cup, and LibertySwap is posting about the World Cup. They're excited about the song. Is a conspiracy nutcase job? Maybe. Also, friends, I've just noticed as well, Mr. Snowcraft as well. Ahoy, sugar plums! Friendship confirmed, $5 duties for frickin' Snowcraft. Very snowy, very crafty. And born in 1990. He's a 90s bear. A Pokemon maxi, a Pokemon believer. Also, be careful for Pokemon, friends. There are people now taking on leverage. It's actually getting Pokemon. Just be careful. Actual leverage credit cards. Okay. Tools for builders. So, Crypto Coffee shares a post highlighting some bridge API and everything. These are some more protocols. I know how you're feeling, friends. You're just like seeing another update, and then another whale wakes up and nukes the crap out of everything. I know, man. I know. It's disastrous. The Digital Cage. Zero Trust published a digital cage. Why freedom looks dangerous to people who've never been free. Also, just so you know, friends, like, how did we get into this situation? Well, it's the sins of the past. It's got nothing to do with you. Okay, what happened was, see, friend, this is why, you know, all these VC projects, that's why they keep all the supply themselves. So no one from the public can get a lot of supply and rule the project. That's why. Okay, that's why they have their own insiders, but it's not free anymore. Okay, but when you do have, I guess, something like, you know, with Hex, anybody could have bought in at the start. I'm guessing Richard Hart's assumption was he just did what he allowed, what people could do in Bitcoin. Anybody could have bought up a lot of supply, and Bitcoin found its way up, you know. So this is it, right? This is just where the ecosystem is now. Man, got a long way to go, man. I don't know. I just don't know, friends. I don't know. All I can just tell you is, like, took XRP 7 years. And now we're like 5 years in. I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't know. And people think they don't know shit. They don't know shit. If we follow the 4-year cycle, I'm just telling you, if we follow the 4-year cycle, next year's a recovery year, which means Bitcoin only recovery. There's a problem with that because it's been a Bitcoin only year for 5 years now. 2022, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It's been Bitcoin only for 5, 6 years. You think that's going to go forever and ever and ever and ever and ever? Some people, Bitcoin maxis think it, they will. Okay. And then usually the year after that, Bitcoin halvening is the like optimism year, which was Solana ecosystem win, but everything else stayed down. So it's only optimism for like a new coin and a new chain and something new that doesn't exist. And then after the presidential election, it's meant to be girth season, which you can actually see on the altcoin others BTC chart. Girth season never came. So here's friends, girth season. You can actually see them in the big bubbles here. These are 5 to 6 others BTC candles in a row. All right. We never got girth season, did we? We got nothing season. So we just got 1 month here and 1 month here. So this is Trump euphoria, 1 month. So this is literally destroyed. Isn't that sad? And that's why we look at the business cycle, global liquidity to see like, hey, why are we cursed? Well, the PMI was low. But then people say, hey, okay, Pokemon cards didn't have a problem. Potatoes didn't have a problem. RuneScape Cold didn't have a problem. Other junk didn't have a problem. So obviously crypto's cooked. That's what they say. But, you know, it depends, man. Every time there's something different, friends. Look, I'll give you an example. And what I'm telling you, man, this is the highest value content in crypto, right? Not high-ish, the highest, okay? Gold, you want to talk about going through pain? Gold investors, friends, look at this, okay? Look at this. Gold investors predicted QE 1, 2, 3, and infinite. All right. QE1 was done here. I'll show you. QE1 2009. QE2 was here. And they went all the way down. Here's QE3. All the way. Here's QE4. And they still can't go anywhere. Okay. So this is from 2011. It came back 9 years later. All right. 9 years. And then it had to chop sideways for another 3 years here. So 3. So you want to talk about pain? So gold investors, they watched the government print money. QE 1, 2, 3, 4. Operation Twist. Zombie virus. And gold still couldn't make new highs. It couldn't do anything. It like chopped around here, getting destroyed. 9 long years until finally it was ready to go. So is crypto here? I hope so. We got a lot of PTSD though. We'll see how long it takes to get everything up. Time is money, friend. Oh no, here we have liberty and functionality on the weekly DeFi X Spaces hosted by Neil and Gabriel. Shared a heartfelt message. They said Richard's truth telling on PulseChain and stuff. Hopefully green candles come. You can get a God candle any moment. Am I right? We've been getting Satan candles though. Time is money. Hex Deck earns Pulse passively through holding time token on internet money. So thanks to internet money, brother KG, and everyone out here, you'll get some angel music because you deserve it. Thanks for all being here, friends. It's been great. Watching it go down, spiral, yay, all the way down. Let me know, friends. Are you buying, selling? What are you going to rotate into? Are you inserting $10 redoonies? Do you think Conrad's going to dump all of it? I think we saw he's got like 980 million PHEX left. Yeah, man, it's wild. Friends, that portfolio, he was worth like 1.5 billion at the top. Yeah. But he couldn't get out. I think he could only get out $100 million of liquidity. You know? It's just different time, friends. Like, interest rates was 0. It's wild. GoPulse domain transfer. GoPulse has transferred the domain to LibertySwap. You know, so I guess go down the conspiracy rabbit hole there. Ramp now! Crowd favorite releases their wallet in heavy testing. Another wallet. Yes, everyone, so you can see, friends, everyone wants to do a wallet so they can try and get the leverage trading and probably all other features and staking and stuff out here. That's great. But no one really cares if the prices are nuking to 0. It's costing more to run your computer's electricity just to view the chart than your portfolio value these days. Hex Strategies Masterclass. Crispy Man drops a video discussing 8 Hex strategies, yield curves, and stuff here. We love Mr. Crispy Man as well. Obviously, these things are like at an all-time low popularity for a reason. That boom, it's pretty much round-tripped everything as well, just to show you. You can see it defends a lot of people. It's funny. Just if you're even pDAI and stuff, I copped enormous violence and hatred for simply charting combined hex. Because they thought it was, everyone said it was cope. They said, oh, no, you just don't want to let go of E-hex and stuff. I go, no, the market remembers prices. I want to see where the combined price is. And you can actually see it now. So it's down 99.79%. Aggressively low. It's probably worth $10 doonies, friends, at some point. Just keep $10 doonies. Like, even if it does something like that, this is combined hex. So you'll be buying $5 E-hex, $5 P-hex, half. This gets you an 18x just to get back here, which is 2024 prices. To be honest, that's probably what happens if Ethereum runs early. So more alpha for you. Ethereum is in its 4th cycle. Bitcoin and XRP in their 4th cycle, they ran early. So 4th cycle stuff runs early. Not because they're good, but because in their 3rd cycle, they got cursed. And they got sold off too bad. And everybody quit too early. All right. So if Ethereum runs early, you can see these were 2024 prices of combined hex, which is about 2 cents or something. So from here to 2 cents would be around that's about 18x. So $10 would become $108, but that's obviously really low still. Like, that's like, it's easy to say, oh, I'm buying something down 99.79%. Yeah, duh. Like, it doesn't take any balls to do anything there. You're probably all curious about the E-hex to P-hex ratio, which I will now show you gracefully. It is up at 0.59. That's why, friends, people are wondering if Conrad is some sort of psyop, because the E-hex P-hex ratio is coming back. And if you remember, I got death threats down here. Yeah, it was funny. So E-hex wildly outperforming P-hex. By the way, last thing we've heard from Conrad Zen is he doesn't have any E-hex anymore. He sold it all. So let me know what you think about that. They said he's sold it all. Don't quote me though. You know, I don't check all the wallets, friends. I can't be bothered. It's too depressing. Are NFTs dead? ZK on Pulse rocked the PulseChain community after selling out ZK peers. 1,500 NFTs sold with 3 billion Pulse volume traded so far. Well done. So NFTs, of course, friends, they were 2021 technology and stuff. Remember, NFTs are just, it's altcoin blocks. It's like OTCing an altcoin. Okay, so it's not like it's anything particularly, art worthy all the time. Noob 2026 released episode 4 of Bitcoin Beach Reality, the QR code challenge. So this is great. The community's over there in El Salvador. Just have a quick view. They're probably going to El Salvadorians saying, hey, El Salvadorians, we have a better Bitcoin here. It's down 99.79%. Please, El Salvadorians. 5-2. Here's Tiger Crypto. Tiger Crypto's been making a lot of aggressive posts lately, calling everyone a maggot, which is as you do, you know what I mean? Calling pDAI a scam, saying he's also got some controversial takes, saying Hex needs to go to 0 for the chain to live. He's saying like it's down 99.79%. So like they're like, nah, it's got to go to 0. Like that's just how much further? Further? We have to go through this in pDAI. Makes you think, right? If pDAI could go to 0 and come back, I wonder if the other coins can. Makes you think. Maybe pDAI is a spear again. Chat with the boys. Fat Sammy goes live with Triplet Dad. And they talk about some PulseChain insight. That's good. Not outsight, insight. Public DCA wallet. Kingsman starts a new public DCA wallet using ZKX. So me and Crypto Coffee obviously been doing $10 doonies. Everybody, let the journey to glory begin. They're just DCA buying every week. pDAI, 0, Zen. He's got Zen in here. Z-E-N. Yeah. Is Conrad Zen, is it PsyOps, friends? Let me know what you guys think. We get into the comment section shortly. ProveX updates. Peplord highlights new updates on ProveX. So they're allowing you to like sync up your Discord and all of these, friends. Sync up a Discord, new on-chain identity. That's really good. So people can come in and buy things down 99.9%. CowSwap Spaces. Funding Gym held the CowSwap multi-chain export X Spaces. Thank you to Gary. SoFi on PulseChain. PulseX Fund releases a social finance platform. It's really cool. We got the Hog, crowd favorite. Hoggy Hog shares the green candle energy, saying bye, bye, bye. Here we have here. Really cool. As the big
Stop holding altcoins. You have to trade to win. Buy my book.
Bitcoin to 40K.
No way. You soy boys will be defeated.
Green candle energy will triumph.
That's awesome, man. Well done. 10 out of 10, sir. 10 out of 10. Well done. So obviously, most of crypto industry still calling for 40K. It doesn't really matter. We had two red years in a row in crypto. Never before had. So that's pretty much it. We have OG Tangent and Ben Sierra. Hodl Squeeze. Thanks, Sommi, for creating over 7,400 videos. Wow, I didn't see this. Thank you so much. I'd like to hold and squeeze you. Wow, here I am. Yeah, friends. Yeah, this is funny, friends. This, friends, a lot. My family, friends. It is wild, man. Because I post so much content, highest value content, but like I get surprised. I'm like, that's the one. You know, like why that one? You know, that was just me talking. Like randomly for like 13 seconds. Why do you care about that one? I don't know. It just hits differently. This video was, I have aged 30 years in the past 6. Oh yeah, definitely. Like this Souls. This Souls, friends. The only thing I can imagine, there's this technique of torture the Vikings used to do. I forgot what it's called. It's called like a blood something. It's called like a blood sandwich. I forgot a word, what the word is. It's, I don't know if you guys have ever played Silent Hill 4 in the room. At the very end, spoiler alert, Walter, so the psychological trauma, the guy is chasing you. At the very end, you like enter one of the last levels in the room, and then you open the door. I mean, I was playing this as a kid, man. I was so scared. I almost weed my pants. It shows you the crucifix of a guy, and he's hanging. He's hung himself, and his rib cage is open. And I was like so like traumatized by like what this was. It looked like a crucifix, but it was like different. And then I actually ended up researching that the obviously Japanese guys, just totally different planet. I mean, look at Pokemon. How could you make something so cute and then go to the horror? So they learned that of the Vikings. The Vikings had another. It's very violent. Very violent. They did a crucifixion method where they crucify you, but it wasn't enough to do it like the Romans. Actually, this was actually before the Romans. They'd literally get your rib cage, split you open, and then your heart's exposed. And they'd get your organs and wrap it around your body. It's like so gruesome. Yeah, and it terrified me, right? And just a video game. So, that's what I've gone through. that's literally what I've gone through. It's kind of funny, but I know we all feel the same way as well. Like, how do you explain it, bro? It's potatoes went up. Potatoes. They grow from the ground. They went up 7x. My gosh, friends, my gosh. Now I'm going to catch up with some comments, friends, and we're going to go through some more juicy stuff as well, okay? Mr. Lakuta coming out here. Thank you, friends. I see all the $1 redoonies. Chuck you, Farley. Thank you, sir. Mr. Elflin Ryder. As well, friends, I got contacted by some of you wanting me to take the, let's say, the high road for Conrad Zen. We held a poll, and, you know, because I think everyone feels like, hey, man, like, do you really got to sell when it's down 99.8% and, like, kill everyone again? That's how everyone's feeling. They're feeling hurt by the murder. And so, you know, the nickname of, oh, wow, EHEX, PHEX is going up. It's 0.60 because I think it's out of the EHEX now, right? We had like a nickname. Okay, so I had like a G-rated nickname, Condom Zen, but then, you know, it went to more reflecting of everything getting murdered, which is CUM, okay, RAG, okay, so say a rag of things, say a wet rag, Zen instead. And a lot of people, it's kind of funny, like, a lot of people are upset. Not a lot. A few people were upset. They're like, no, don't use that word. You can't use that word. I'm like, you know what? Okay. He's going to dump 1.1 billion anyway. You know, you got to remember, friends, it's just, you feel the pain. It really is emotional. You know, logically, you know, oh, Ethereum's not 10,000, so you can't sell anyway. Yeah, logically. Yeah, but also it doesn't feel nice to know, like, literally everyone in the ecosystem, man, friends, like, you got, like, look, I've marked on the combined Hex price where everyone is. So the Hex Mikey from the movie, the guy who sold his house for Hex, it was 41 cents. Okay, so just to show you I know he did some rotations and stuff, but he's down 99.73%. And now a billion hex quantity guy comes out, you know. The PulseX sacrifice was done at 25 cents. The PulseChain fake mid-May launch was 19 cents in 2022. PulseChain testnet version 3 hex was 12 cents. PulseChain launch price was 5 cents. FTX collapse was 3.1 cents. So if combined hex just goes back to where FTX collapsed, it's 26x. You can actually see, very interesting, the FTX collapse was resistance. Look at this. You can actually see it here. 3 cents around here, 3 cents, right? Around here, Trump euphoria, 3 cents. Isn't it interesting? So the 2020, this is why, yeah, so much blood, man. The 2022 bear market was not support, it was resistance. And it's gone down even more. But, you know, I guess if you're brave enough, putting $10 doonies, the community's still here. Yeah, just very, very painful. Tam Tam is in here. Crowd favorite, Tam Tam. Master sandwich maker. Master dancer. Master dental assistant as well. We love you, Tam Tam. You're the best. And I always think of Tim Tams when we see you, because you're sweeter than chocolate, they say. Thank you, Tam Tam, for being here. El Flynn Ryder with an emergency announcement saying, I've decided to peg my nipples with jumper cables now to finally feel something. Here we go, sir. Here we go. Amun Rare, Sommi, we are the final bulls breathing. Yeah, we say we're breathing. Mr. El Flynn Ryder says, Conrad, what? I think you mean C-U-M Rag Zen. There it is again. Sawdust, 27 viewers. We are so cooked. Friends, I don't care if there's just one of yous. I'll do this for one. Okay, you friends, you've seen me reply. I've sent 10-minute video replies to like a random guy with like 2 followers on Twitter many times, and like you'd be like comment number 150 and stuff. I'm sending this out to the universe, friends. It's not about just receiving something out here, because these are the parts that actually make you a man. Yep. You're looking down there. You're like, feels like Sultanas right now. Where's the man part? Alan, I cannot wait to get my first commission check since 4 months ago. Keep these prices at generational wealth lows. Don't you dare print a single 5-minute green candle, or I'll give you the spoon. Thank you so much, sir. Well done. Well done. You're starting the bull market with us. Michael asks, and he's a spoony wielder as well. You're a baby spoon, Mickey. Mickey, you're going to grow into, in a month or two, your baby spoon evolves to medium-sized spoon, and then after a few more months, you actually become spoony. And then you can literally mog everyone with the green glow. Okay. Thank you so much. He said, Tam Tam, are you still buying Hex? He said, well done. I guess so. Like, if you liked it at 5 cents, you should like it now. It's psychologically just hard. It's hard. But he's getting rid of a lot. You know what I should do, friends, as well? Just cover for you some of the wallet information and stuff that so everyone knows. So we have, I'll just go through it right now. There's a lot of supply that people think they've tracked. So the latest update that I've seen, he has no more EHEX left, which is wild. He's actually gotten rid of all of the EHEX. So that's why people are like, oh, EHEX, there's no more sellers. He's got 680 million PHEX remaining. Some people said it's a 980 million, they've said. PulseChain ecosystem has been sent down. Thank you to Pulse Vision and I guess CryptoSolve for doing some of these. Pulse Vision. The dumper is out. He said that the EHEX bottom is finally in. But yeah, man, like, you know, first there's Rectum, and then there's Rectum, and there's who else? There's Hex Whale, Hex with a fat finger, weird. There's Richard Hart's FUD, and now there's Conrad, just like a new guy appearing. Emma, the name is sus, no? That's what Emma says. Because Conrad, friends, is, I think, the name of the brother in the movie The Game, which is Richard Hart's favorite movie. But then again, but Conrad Zen himself, he's doxed himself. He's like 70 years old. Okay. Foolsy, can this whale let us know when he's done dumping so we can finally buy the bottom? Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't know what he's got to get. Got to get like a little electric scooter, or maybe he just wants a cupboard full of Viagra pills. Yeah. We don't know. We'll see. The Wizard of Oz saying, I think the only reason PulseChain isn't getting more love is in fact it's not easy to buy for newbies. You have to be a crypto bro. It's not the ease of use, sir. They're like Caradanzo, you can buy it everywhere and anywhere. Is that getting love? Nope. It's literally, there's just not enough buyers in the whole of crypto. So this is him, Uber Hex Whale. Sold 350 million PHEX in the past 24 hours. Price is about 24% or a 17% down. See, that's what it looks like on here. It's just when you do the log chart and you go in, you're like, oh no. But the liquidity is nothing, dude. It's tiny. It's tiny. Like it's, but yeah, I know psychologically it's hard. It's hard. It's like, bro, now you're giving up now, but is it PsyOps? Could be. I hope it's PsyOps. I don't think it's PsyOps, but I hope it's PsyOps. That'd make me really bullish because that would mean it's designed to like rinse people out, and then maybe pDAI has a pump, and then pDAI breaks 3 cents, it hits 4 cents, and then Crypto Banter and Ivan are talking about it, and then their audience buys it in, and some of the weekend supply of Hex and Pulse and PulseX sell the bottom of that to go buy the top of pDAI, and then that starts its like 6-month rotation of 80% down, and yeah, man, that's just it. That's just it. I've made long stories here for you, just showing you everything out here about all the posts. Thank you to PulseChain Giga. He's tracked a lot of the wallets. Uber Hex 1, Uber Hex 2, Uber Hex 3. It's kind of funny. He calls him Sonic Mag because yeah, apparently one of the wallets rotated into Sonic. You know, Uber Hex, new massive seller. He's just got these other things out here. That's just the Hex logo. And yeah, it just keeps going down only. You know, you're allowed to go up, right? So the ratio is moving up. Also, reminder that the pDAI to PX ratio, man, this is wild. This is freaking wild. Then there's July 4th. There's Mr. Coexistence Steven. There's some great video action when it comes to that. And thank you to Dr. Pega. When it comes to pDAI, very sensitive. Also, friends, I'm telling you now because just so in your rational mind, if pDAI goes on a pDAI only run, look, you could do what you want, but I wouldn't sell core coins to chase anything, okay? I wouldn't. I would just be putting in $10 doonies. I wouldn't do that, okay? But I'm not going to yell about that too much because I've got core coins. So I actually do want people who are thinking of selling the core coins early, I do want them to come buy the top of that pDAI thing because your supply goes all the way down, right? And someone else strong hands buying, and then you go buy the top of pDAI, and that's going to chop around, and then that thing can swing up. Native decentralized stablecoin. Who's building this? Look into PulseChain. Man, how good is this, friends? I made this. Stop talking about stupid pDAI now! I love soy with the USDT and USDC circle on the paw. $1. Well done to me. Man, I was so cool. I was so happy when ChatGPT is getting good. It's getting good. There's a lot of flags and stuff. I asked, hey, do a rainbow flag on the hat. It wouldn't even do it. It goes, no. It's like it's going to offend people. It's just, you know, even Grok fans, Grok's gone woke. That's what it is, okay? Let's see if we can try to find a bit of dopamine here. pDAI, 566x away to a $1 Dooney. We are 85% away to flip Hungary. And hopefully the best is yet to come. And just to let you know, friends, I am Turkish lira. If we can flip Turkey, we're at 2 cents. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. It'll be very, very fun. Let me know. Are you buying or selling? Are you rotating? What are you buying? Let us know, friends. It's just the whole industry, man. But I've told you, right, what we're waiting for. You just need something like Ethereum just to go up, break the high, and now everyone's in a buyer's mood. It's been waiting a long, long time, right? Like Vitalik's freaking writing a science fiction novel on governance voting. Oh, man. There better be a sex scene in there, okay? And not one of those alien things where you just do it telepathically, okay? Vitalik, you got to get the ladies in. Like, you want to entice someone like Tam Tam to be reading your book on lunch. Because someone like, you know, some guy's trying to hit on her. He's like, hey, books. You know, I've seen those before. And she's like, yeah, it's about like, you know, governance voting rights and the future of cryptocurrency and cryptography. That's probably the future as we see it now. Thank you for Tam Tam telling everyone to please hit the like button. No, hit the love button. Bear Flag. Hello, my friend Sommi. Hello, Bear Flag, sir. I've been seeing you a lot. You're an actual Bear Flag. Shabbat Shalom. From Lord Repulse Ive. Shabbat Shalom to you. Michael as well. Well, maybe you can email Interpol and ask them to list us on Coinbase. That'd be good. That'd be good. Bear Flag. People not having attention. ETH bottoming out this month. Previous bear market, Ethereum bottom in June. Very good. Let's actually show everyone. In the friend, friends, I can't look. A lot of you, friends, if you could see the charts I could see, actually like see them, you'd feel even more pain, right? Because Ethereum made its low, as my Habibi friend Bear Flag just said. Ethereum, friends, made its low in June. So when FTX collapse happened, it made a higher low. So everybody believed this was a sign Ethereum is going to be mega strong in the bull market. Totally freaking wrong. Let me show you the ETH BTC ratio now, just to show you how disastrous it was. That was around here. And ever since that point, oh my gosh, third cycle curse. So what does that teach you? It teaches you just because something looks strong in the bear market, wink, wink, hyperliquid, does not mean you are granted the bull's horns. It does not mean that. It's actually never meant that. Yeah, I went back, I checked everything. Because friends, how easy would that be? Wouldn't it be easy if you go to the bear market, rally a coin, and you just buy that for the bull market and you win? Yep, doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's just, man, these network effects are very, very hard to get your grips on. Urgh, but they don't have a problem grabbing my balls and squeezing me. Damn it. User, so your message was deleted for fudding, but I just want to read it. He says, yes, the plague destroyed my bags. PulseChain plague. So is English your second language? It's kind of funny. I imagine you're some cute little nerd. And he, yes, sounds like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Him again. Truly unfortunate. It has been a plague. Yeah, man, we've all been plagued too. We've all been plagued. Unless you chose right coins. You know, friends, as well, the euphoria and everything, even that came to XRP. You know, friends, XRP had euphoria and now it's going extra weak. Why? Because retail came in. They bought the top $3. Dry Rain Horse. Have you seen the PZen chart? So that's Conrad Zen's coin. 5 grand liquidity moving up. He's trying to bait everyone, man, because there's just not enough liquidity. Yeah, it's just... It's a new coin every 6 seconds. Hey, did you see this? Up. Okay, don't worry, I'll be down in 5 seconds, dude, like the rest of us. Is its name Hyperliquid? Okay. From the Frog. We already had an example of this with last month's run-up. Soon as we started going up, you saw the rotation. Then we got the pullback, and all these criers started screaming scam again. Yes, sir. Very, very good point. Glenn says, peg me deep, deep inside. So hard, $1. Thank you, sir. Of course, Glenn dropping that hot alpha here. Something funny about the chart, friends. pDAI as well. It's doing a literal rounded move. Wow, rounded move. I'm going to be doing live streams, just to let you know. Look, I don't, friends. I don't know if my live streams are going to top everything out. I have no idea. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I will be doing live stream here, 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 and if we get to 1 cent, 3 live streams there. Okay. And look, if I was the market maker, I'll just be honest, I'd be using pDAI to rinse core coin weak hands out. That's what I'd be doing. Get rid of the excess inflation by getting him to buy the top of the next wave. I don't know when that next top is, but that's what I'd be doing personally. Yeah, it's been very, very tough. I did recently a PulseChain live stream, and it was because pDAI flipped Pulse market cap. So what I will do is I will now show you the pDAI to Pulse ratio. Okay, so you have, remember, you have to invert it. I'll just show you here the pDAI Pulse ratio. There it is. Here we go. Wow, all the way up here. So there is underlying strength. Not like a lot of underlying strength. Whee! This is pretty cool. Friends, I don't want it to be like this. I want like everything to go up and everyone to win, but like what do you do? But look, ETH BTC's cucked everyone, you know? Oh well. Robbie saying, oh, it dumped again. It being, you mean all the crypto, sir? I guess so. If I just check it now, everything is dumperoonies. Are you surprised? Mr. Fib saying, Mr. Perv has got a pump. Please, please. Awesome. You, Mr. User as well. More FUD. It's never coming back, he said. We are like the South Pacific cargo cult who built life-sized airplanes using bamboo, hoping, but it will never return. Very interesting. Cargo cult. Kind of funny. Such a crash name. So cargo cults, they're like little tribes. Whenever like airplanes come, they think you're like aliens. So they'll build like statues and they like worship you. And they're like, oh, please come back. Please come back. That's what he's saying. He thinks it's like that. We're not, sir. I mean, like, look at the ETH-BTC ratio. Just showing you how cucked everything is and how everything's been down for a long time. I'll show you the ETH-BTC ratio. It's very, very important. This is the health of the industry. Right here. You see that? Good thing PMI is going up. We need this higher. We just need, if ETH-BTC, if you start seeing ETH-BTC going up like this, there's just net buyers around. You know, obviously they're not. Mr. Sif Aaron. Everything in the RH ecosystem is all dead and not worth worrying about. Until pDAI moves, none of it's going to move. Very true, sir. Very true. You know, friends, like, look, in crypto, what happens is there's a lightning rod coin. Okay, that's what's happened in the past. Now, you don't know which one it's going to be. In 2021, it was Dogecoin. Just to show you. So Dogecoin did the lightning rod moment move. I'll show you now. You can't even see it's so big. Dogecoin did this move up to Feb 2021. Because Dogecoin did that move, every altcoin started moving. It brought a lot of people into crypto because of Dogecoin's big move here. See this? Whoa, so much of a big move. Just to show you, Dogecoin went up 55x and it went to 10 or 8, I think like 10 billion market cap, 10B. Then it actually went to like 90 up the top. Okay. But that first wave, that was a lightning rod moment. It was Dogecoin. Now, we hoped Trump was the lightning rod moment. That's what we thought was going to happen. Trump launched the coin and it went really far. And we thought, oh my gosh, the whole world is going to now repeat 2021. Didn't happen. That was the euphoria. That was the end. So everyone watched. Some people did join. They bought Trump coin. They just lost all their money. But it didn't do anything. And now here we are. Here we are. Robbie, I saw your comment as well. So how many more wallets have tens of million pDAI left? There was this distribution chart of... Yeah, there was this distribution chart. But it showed all the wallets and stuff. But you got to think about it. They have a lot, but pDAI, sir, it went to 0 and it fudded so many people out. Okay, so it's not these day one early fluke guys who've ever been really paid. Because, you know, friends, no one in pDAI has been able to cash out. Yeah, like you might say, oh, but I know a guy, he made 200,000 off pDAI. Dude. Gunther had $120 million at the top of Hex. Wallet DO7 had 180 million. Rectum Rochelle had 180 million. Conrad Zen had $1 billion. Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot, friends. A lot. Okay. Randy Hilasi, I don't know how much he had, but I think he only had one stake that came out the top and he sold for like 50 grand or something, or 100K out. But yeah, he might have had like at the top, who knows, maybe 30, 40, 50 million dollars. Yeah, man, that's wealth, friends. He actually had that number there. Yep. Hex Kareem, didn't he have like $100 million? Yep. You see this? So we're like, oh, I know a guy. He made 200,000 of this. Dude, sit down, dude. That's nothing. By the way, that was just Hex in 2021. So that's actually real numbers. You know, it's been tough. It's been tough. So I'm just giving you a comparison. And it's been 5 years. And the money supply is higher. And stocks are higher. Oh, man. I think, friends, what we need some Habibi Albi music. From the frog. I will try to summon Catty via my Magic 8 Ball or Ouija board. Not sure yet. Not sure where her ghost would haunt. Be careful, sir. Be careful. You don't want to summon one of these Nephilim spirits. You know, and I'll just be feeding you soy all the whole time. Friends, I'm gonna get the ball, what I call the ball gag and the whip out if we hit 0.3 cents. I'm actually looking forward to it as well. And Catty, literally, friends, I'm telling you right now, the way she choked us, spat in our mouth, and said, hey, floppy willy out. We're sending this thing to 0, baby. My gosh. Harsh. Glenn, hi, Sommi. We are getting fisted, not pegged. Please bring the Vaseline, Catty, please. Rad Vault. But do you think they're watching, by the way? Do you think they're all watching? Yeah, you know, friends, everyone watches. They all watch. Because I watch random people. Friends, let me tell you. Friends, I'm finding on Twitter Monero maxis using my words, my terms, and my stuff. And they don't even follow me. Monero maxis, like random people out here. Fully anonymous. I'm like, damn, man. And I'm like, are you surprised? Who else you got to watch? I'm like, you got Rand saying, I'm bullish, I'm bearish, I'm bullish, I'm bearish. The Twink Brothers, friends, yesterday's episode from Twink Daily, they gave 6 massive FUD Black Swan events for the year. That's what their whole show was. They go, we can go down because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that, because of tech, because of blah, blah, blah. I was like, the hell, bro? Like, it's just, yeah, man. Oh, man. Hopefully make it out of here. Rad Vault. You're very radical, but you're my friend. Bitcoin Maxi, Jack Dorsey, Cash App now supports USDC on Solana, Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum. Probably nothing. Well done, sir. Very, very, very good post. Thanks for Mr. Crypto Coffee for covering that as well. So Jack Dorsey, the guy with the nose ring, Twitter founder, friends, he's Bitcoin Maxi. And this is the funniest part. They're not even advertising that they now do USDC for cash payments. But it's so popular, its growth is like hundreds of % per week. It's huge. They are getting so much adoption on their stablecoin thing, but he doesn't want to announce it. He doesn't want to talk about it because it's meant to be Bitcoin payments, but no one wants to use Bitcoin for payments. I told you. Friends, if people wanted to use Bitcoin for payments, they would have used gold electronically, but they don't. People don't want the price volatility. Even if gold only drops 10% in a month, that's too much for them. They don't want that. They don't want that, okay? They want $1 Reduni. Hence why stablecoin supercycle. Hence why Bitcoin maxis with their whole dream of, oh, AI agents are going to collect Bitcoin. It's super scarce. Sit down, dude. No, they're not, okay? People hate price volatility. They cannot accept the fact that if they have $1,000 today, it could be $900 in a month. They don't want that. They want the $1 Reduni. Because the inflation of the purchasing power drop, it's consistent. And they can plan ahead. That's why there's so much demand for the short end of the curve. Play some Pikachu in the jungle music. Pikachu in the jungle! Ah, having fun? Man, what a freaking nightmare this is. Anyway, I mean, imagine I could just see someone show me in a crystal ball what we'd be doing from 2021. Like, as we started going down, like, hey, guess what? It ain't going to get better after 5 years for the whole industry. Ethereum's not $4,900 in 5 years. It's freaking $1,600. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, one of you guys, friends, one of you guys torched an orphanage. I know you did. And he's blew up a school bus. You did some real nasty stuff to innocent people, okay? And we're all paying for it. Awesome. Zoom Truth. You can only buy one right now, pDAI or eHex. Don't choose between them, so just get both. Don't do this whole one or the other, man. Actually, the right answer is just close anything to do with crypto and just walk away. That's usually that's what most people say, but I would just get both, man. I'd honestly just get both. Just split it. Don't try to go all in. And then maybe you'll be here 5 years like the rest of us. Party Poppy. What about Glitter Pants and Atropa post-peg? Oh, yeah, them, because they're bonded with pDAI. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. You know, all part of the plan. Oh, it's funny. They are actively fans. Hex is literally getting nuked in real time even further. As you guys reported, it's dumping and dumping and dumping right here. Oh, there it is. Down, 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 down. Even more liquidations. Even liquidations. This is the combined Hex price lower. Down 99.8%. Okay. But look, it's really, really, really thin price. It is really thin. So if you have $10 units to put in, yeah, of course, throw it in. The thing is, like, when, like, what we've noticed, friends, is if it times the killer. It's not the actual price, it's the time, isn't it? Yeah. It is the time. Have you realized that? Because you don't care, oh, it goes down, but then it comes back up. That's a dip. No one cares about that. Yeah, it's painful and it's scary, but like, that's stock market up only Ponzi stuff. People don't care about that. People's biggest fear is Great Depression length, even in the stock market. You know, when stocks go down, it's not that the prices are down, that people are scared. It's that they don't think it recovers for another 4 years. That's what kills people. The thing that you're going to be bleeding forever and ever and ever. Who knows when we're going to recover. Adam, I'm here for the glory hold. Glory hole. Well done, sir. Well done. Midnight Ornaments. Hit that like button to help push the stream out to Normies. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate it. Gumbug. Now there's LibertySwap and ZKX wallet FUD. Oh yeah, I think there's one person. I think it was a scum soy boy. One person who I forgot why I've got this person muted. I think it's some scum that they had like another channel. I think I was in the channel, friends. See, Telegram's really annoying. If you're in a channel, you can't mute anyone in the channel. You can't, and they can just keep pinging you all day and notifying you. And they were just saying really, really, really racist stuff to me all day, which is like, I don't mind, but it's just annoying, dude. Like, if I'm checking messages because I want to reply to you, the community, but one person just keeps saying like racist stuff, like over and over and over. Okay, bro, it was funny. Like, you know, I laugh at myself all day, but like after like the 18th one, like you're really, really, really racist. Just keep going over and over and over again. I like, then these guys are just the biggest losers. So I just got to leave because the blocking and the muting in Telegram doesn't work. That guy is doing like the ZKX wallet FUD stuff with LibertySwap, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd love to say I know stuff. I don't know anything. I know nothing. I can't even check code, friends. And I don't even trust ChatGPT to check the code properly. Yakub Nochika 1977 confirmed. Thank you so much, sir. $5 freaking doonies from Yakub Jacob. Sir, you are rocking an amazing mo, by the way. Wow, that is really good. You must be very popular with the ladies, sir. That is really, I could see the mo. You have a very tiny avatar, Yakub, but that is awesome. We got a few Yakubs as well. Fasting Yakub. Are you Mr. Fasting Yakub, the fasting god, Yakub? I see he's everywhere. You guys are great. Zoom Truth. In a few years, we're going to need more X's just to catch up with inflation. Yeah, let's not calculate that. Peter Nichter. The recent infinite minting bug found on Zcash was discovered by a paid auditor after Zcash Foundation shut down their public bug bounty program. Interesting. Or at least the rewards for reporting. I wonder how long they actually knew about this bug which has been present. Wow, PD, that is very true. So, yeah, that's obviously, they knew about it then. They're all lying. They knew about the bug, and hey, don't you think it's interesting that they announced the bug after the price pump first? Isn't that wild? Because they didn't want to announce it down here. That's crazy. I don't know when isn't that interesting? Because they didn't want it to like do really bad for the price. So they somehow just got the price up before they announced it. That's very interesting with that timing. They must have a lot of money trying to back it and try to scam everybody up higher. But can you really call it a scam? It's all network effects, dude. It's just like, why don't you say the word scam is? I don't think people are going to like Zcash when the Israeli super cycle kind of like starts to die out. Right? And we're just moving to other stuff. That's all. That's all. And by the way, like Gainsey, have you noticed every major crypto influencer, they are scared to say anything negative about Zcash. Crypto Banter, Ivan, everyone, friends, like all of them know, like you all know. You all know why. Why? It's because, friends, they know who's getting paid by the treasury. It's a lot of money. Yeah? So they'll say, oh, you guys are great. Look at your up 10. It's great. It's great. Zcash, check privacy. Name me one criminal using Zcash. I'll wait. Still waiting. Yep. Thank you. So that's it, friends. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. Everyone's getting paid from somewhere. Okay. And if you're buying and holding like the rest of us, then you're hoping you're getting paid with time, but you're not getting paid there. So you're not getting paid at all, which means you're not here for the money anymore. You're just here for the tech, which offends people. Midnight Ornaments. Only the donut is getting the girth, which obviously refers to altcoin supercycle, which you're waiting for. Locuda, $3.69. Thank you so much, my friend. Pulse 50s and 55s. When effing moon. And Midnight Ornaments said sidelined. Man, hey, you know what? I think we have to do it. If this, I think every time this silly, stupid pDAI coin goes up, we're just gonna have to keep tweeting sidelined, sidelined, sidelined. We're just gonna keep writing it down every single time. Okay. So, oh man, God, man. You know what I love, friends? I love discovering like really short phrases that hit you. Yeah. Because it just represents so much. Like the word sidelined, it means a lot now. Sideline, like we all know what it means. But it's just one word with a question mark. Man, it just makes you laugh. It makes you laugh. Mr. Siferin saying, I'll be here till pDAI $1 and beyond. Thank you so much. So thank you. 10 freaking doonies. Should we use the $10 doonies to buy the billions of PHEX being liquidated right now? Crypto DOS, is Conrad actor 70 years old in real life? Good question. I don't know. There's a lot of psyops. It could be psyops within psyops. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're all gone, man. Oh, it breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart, friends, because like every Hex influencer, they're all gone. All of them are gone. There's no, like, friends, you got to think about it, right? There's no liquidity left in the pool. So like, why bother taking out $100,000 from the pool? Why bother that, you know? There used to be like millions of dollars in liquidity. Why bother with $100,000? It's probably, let's keep rinsing. It could be that. It could be that. Could be mark PHEX lower now that it's here, so that if pDAI runs, the people who want to chase pDAI, they have to sell PHEX at very, 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 very low prices. So you exponentially get rid of supply to go chase the top of the next pDAI run, whatever that is. You know, it could be up here, friends. Like it could be, you never know. Imagine pDAI in the next 2 months is like up at 0.7 cents. And people try to chase it. And they will be selling their PHEX because they have no other tokens, right? Could be just FUD though. I mean, look, I am wearing this, you know, this racing car pDAI jacket. Oh, man, it's tough. What do we do? Oh, Lord Repulsive. It's called the Bloody Eagle. That's right. The torture by the Vikings. The pagan worshippers. The pagans. Yes, the Bloody Eagle. That's right. Don't look that up. You don't want, just don't look that, don't look that up. Awesome. Sean, what if Richard Hart used the SAC funds, 1.2 billion, to send the prices up later this year? Had to shake out all the non-believers. It would be also wild. Also, the guy would never sell. You're right, sir, but that 1.2 billion is relying on Ethereum being, oh my gosh, Ethereum's at 1,666, devil's number, right here. 1,666. See that? That 1.2 billion is Ethereum 10K. So that's what we're waiting for. When? When do we get Ethereum 10K? That's the $1 trillion question. Just, you know, friends, we don't even care about the popcorn move. Can you just move in up direction? So you like get some sort of satisfaction that you've actually freaking made some sort of value gains, but it's just, you know, it's not. We'll see. Shockmaster, is Litecoin the new joke coin like Doge? Hey, I was thinking that yesterday, Fair. So, my good friend, Litecoin. I should add Litecoin to my chart. That's actually racist of me. I really apologize. I don't know why Litecoin's not on my my list. I'll add it right now. Friends, Litecoin has not moved in 13 years. I'm not even joking. This is Litecoin. It's literally made no price change in 13 years. In November 2013, it hit a peak of $53, and right now it's 42. Okay, so this is Litecoin right here. And yeah, I'm just going to add it to the watch list because you're all my friends. But I really do think that it's going to... it has to pop. It has to. It's 13 years. You've been rinsing out non-believers for 13 years. Right, and look, friends, you might even like ask Sommi, what could possibly be a narrative for Litecoin? I'll give you one. Michael Saylor doesn't have leverage in it. There you go. Michael Saylor, he can't dump it. There you go. You're done. Whee! I think it'll go up, man. Eventually, they have to go up. 13 years. 13. It's just like silver, isn't it? Where it just can't go up forever. And then eventually it's going to go on the massive run. PulseChain Bullspew, where can I buy that pDAI hat? Sir, I had to make it custom. I had to make it on a website. Ah, there's a day. I think I made it 2 years ago, man. Here we are. Good morning to everyone. Friendship confirmed. Ocean Malibu. Aztec is the door that connects the two rooms. Room of layer 1 and room of layer 2 in PulseChain. Thank you so much, sir. That is very, very mysterious. You are my friend and you're going to get some Cranky G music. We'll find some nice tune. Mr. Ocean Malibu Club dropping the alpha. Lots of alpha there. Aztec, AZTEC, allows privacy on Ethereum chain stuff, but within the protocol. Okay, so, and there are links with someone's doing it on PulseChain. So I guess the implication is maybe Liberty Lend with like pDAI and the other tokens and the new RV upgrade rumor, maybe that's going to have privacy using the Aztec layer, which is good. Okay, like I said, friends, all of this, of course, I need to tell you, hey, you know, purely speculative. We don't know what's going on. It's been 5 years, still offside, but I'm not selling. They're cheap. They were cheap a year or 2 or 3 or 5 ago, and they're still cheap now. Jerry, I missed you, sir. 3 R's. Jerry with 3 R's. This man is mystical. It's Jerry 24. Could be born in 1924. Sir, you are older than Conrad Zen. Well done, Jerry. Are the rumors of Caddy being connected to Better Bank exploit true? Interesting, haven't seen them. If she's connected to the Pioneers, then this is another reason why pDAI looks coordinated in a bad way. Could be, sir. With Caddy, so during the time of Caddy's witchery, I think the PulseChain SAC treasury sold $5 or $10 million of ETH, and then it went to Tornado Cash. The implication is there were payments being made, I guess. And then Caddy comes in, she's allowed to win the auction, she dumps us to 0, and then she just disappears. Okay, maybe goes back to her sex dungeon or something. I'm not sure, so, but I hope, friends, I gave you the alpha at the beginning, which is like, if you look at everything, it looks like, friends, look, philosophically, it just looks like all of these things, there's games everywhere, and they all involve the crowd buying high and selling low. Okay, and all of these are traps where whilst Ethereum is down, all of these things move up and down, and it's trying to get people to panic out of positions because Richard Hart's not going to walk away. Okay. Now, in an ideal world, Ethereum is $10,000 and there's buyers here, and we don't need to do this. Okay, I'm not part of it. Obviously, I don't know what the hell's going on. Obviously, clearly, I don't know what's going on, but that's what I see it like that. But devil's advocate, someone will come here and say, cope! All of you are coping! Cope! That's what they'd say. That could be right, but I'm not selling. Very, very tough. Daniel Mark, LiveStrommy. Yes, I'll take a sniff with the orange juice emoji. Well done, sir. Can you believe it? The orange juice emoji is banned on TikTok because Larry Ellison, who is the massive Zionist, donates to Bibi Netanyahu. He removed the orange juice emoji. Dude, that's wild. They're removing emojis. Oh, man. Kevin, yes, it's so wrecked it can't recover. Total scam. It can recover. So the liquidity is very, very thin. The thing is, though, when do you pump it? When everyone's ready to sell. It's when Ethereum's probably 5,000. Probably, I don't know. And when's that going to be, right? Vitalik's writing a book. Mr. Anonymous, 369. Let them sell. When time passes, we will remember all of this, and people won't say you were really lucky. Besides, a good opportunity for those who DCA and want cheap prices. Yes! Also, we've been saying that for 5 years. Abyss, did you see Neil deGrasse Tyson change his mind in UFOs? I did, sir. I did. Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is a 100% government shill. As soon as the government released that they're changing their tune on UFOs and disclosure, he goes, oh, well, there's very credible eyewitnesses now. He's a paid shill as well. And because the government is not saying they're angels and demons, I am now led to believe a lot of the UFOs are actually demons. They are fallen Nephilim spirit, but they have their own agenda in terms of they just don't want to basically exist with God. I'm only inferring this because the government is saying, yes, yes, trust the lizards. Trust this little big bug-hide creature. Yes. And you know the government is always lying. So I'm just reverse engineering everything. Everything they said is a total lie. I'm surprised. Funny, you guys were telling me it was angels and demons 2 years ago. You guys been saying that from the start. And I would read the comments and I'm like, really? And a lot of you would come and chime in. I appreciate it. Every single one of you. Guys, you guys are right. The government's like, yes, trust the soy. They're all your friends. Now turn around and let me probe you. What's that? You've already been probed? Yes. I'm holding altcoins, Mr. Alien. Even my belly button is destroyed. Cataman, what's up, Sommi? I'm so happy when you do lives. It gives me a dopamine shot. Really? Yeah, it feels like I'm in the live person now. Yeah, I watch other people live as well. Like, oh, like a wild Pokemon. Wow. Like I watch like if Crypto Copy or I see someone out here appearing. Yeah, it's really awesome. It's a different feeling. It's different. I don't know why. It's just different. Like, they're here. Really cool. Joshua. Sommi, I'd love to hear your thoughts on BitTensor Tau. It's a network of sub-networks on its chain, and they have their own token denominated in Tau. It took Bitcoin mining and made it programmable. I remember, sir, I was meant to get in Bitcoin Tau. I remember you couldn't buy Tau on a normal exchange. You had to do these weird stuff. I regret it to this day. I should have just got in because I just thought everything was going to pump. So, but yeah, Tau's great. There's a Tau community. There's Eric Wall has written a long essay on Tau, which is great. Because he wrote a big essay on Hex and then it went up. So that's good. This is the Tau chart. I saw, obviously it's not the full chart. I don't know how to get the full one, but I saw Ivan on tech saying, be careful, it's going to go down. If you believe in it, if you know the fundamentals, if you know there's a community, yeah, I mean, why not, sir? Why not? I just like, you'd have to get an idea yourself of where do you think it could reach in terms of valuations. Because, I mean, like, it's hard in crypto. No one knows what the hell they're doing. You know, if I just look at Tau, you're rank 42, 2 billion, all right? You're rank 42 for 2 billion. Can you guys flip, like, Bitcoin Cash? Oh, that's only 2x away. Yeah, man, that's cheap. I think that's cheap. From BitTensor Tau. You also have, I think, Barry Shilbert. He likes it as well. So, yeah. Good community. That's awesome. Obviously, you know, don't own a coin unless you are okay with the fact that it can drop another 90% and you have to be believing in it. But yeah, that's what it comes down to, right? I mean, like you've seen it all the way here. So yeah, all these communities, if you know the name, most likely there's a community, right? Ocean Malibu, EHEX is a cycle 2 coin. I think it will have a lot of bag holders from 2021. So I think it may dump and prevent it from making a new high. Yes, but that new high is so far away, you don't need to worry about it. This is the combined hex. This is EHEX and PHEX. If this gets back to 10 cents one day, you've made a 93x return. Effectively, $10 becomes $1,000 every $10 punt. If you think one day combined hex gets to 10 cents. By the way, to do combined hex, you do, say, $5 EHEX, $5 PHEX. That's your $10 redoonies. Yeah, so if you think combined hex gets to 10 cents one day, right, that's literally getting $1,000 each clip, you know. But like I said, it doesn't take a hero to say that because it's down, since Trump euphoria, it's down 97%, you know? So that's what it comes down to, right? Free Up Minds. What's happened to Wolf? You were chilling on it ages ago. We're still there, sir. We are still there. All the coins like Pepe, Landwolf, everything out here, we need Ethereum higher, man. All the coins are just cooked. Everything's cooked. There's just literally, there are no new net buyers in crypto whatsoever. I'm committed to these. I haven't said, oh, I don't like it. I'm still here, man. I'm still here. I'm just like, there's just no market response, bro. Everybody's buying AI, Elon Mars coin, Space Sex, Open Gay Eye, potatoes, Pokemon cards. There's just nothing we can do, sir. So I think if, look, this is just me, man. Look where Ethereum is, bro. Ethereum's cooked. If Ethereum is $5,000, then yeah, I do see Pepe and all these other things still happening here, right? This is Pepe coming down. Let's see Pepe's chart down 90%. That's the difference with me and everyone else. Every other influencer you and I watch, they go, oh, that coin, never heard of it. Never heard of it. Ansem pretends he doesn't like Solana. Solana, damn, I don't know that girl. Well, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I liked it when it was higher. I like it when it's down. Just, you know, I'm powerless now, man. I literally can't do anything. There's no new net buyers here. To get the net buyers in, as I mentioned before earlier, we need a lightning rod unicorn moment. We need an altcoin to go so high that it brings everyone in the world to watch crypto again. Dogecoin did that in 2021. We thought Trump was going to do that in 2024. It didn't. It was top signal. And we're waiting ever since, man. And you might say, hey, what if it never happens? Okay. Then we're cooked forever. But I'm going to be here every day. Never giving up. The only thing about Pokemon cards, bro, imagine, 9 years, the world was buying altcoins. Yeah. Imagine the freaks buying Pokemon cards. Right? See how stupid they looked? They look like geniuses now. Yeah. Now the world's flipped. Now everyone's buying Pokemon cards and gold and silver and potatoes and RuneScape coal. No one's touching altcoins. So I wonder in a couple of years if we look like the geniuses. Or, you'll be ordering your Happy Meal from me in the McDonald's drive-thru. Eliza Barnley. So many lives ruined by Hex. Hope you feel good, Richard. Down 99.9% after 5 years still. I know, Eliza, it's very tough to go through this, but you just got to think about it like this. Because the spears are down, okay? Because the spears are down, a metaphorical janitor might be doing stuff like this in terms of letting it fall so that people who wanted to sell up here, they are selling away for peanuts here, Eliza, I'll just tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if Richard, on multiple wallets, he's actually buying here. But he's DCing slowly every day. Every day. Just obviously doesn't tell anyone. Okay? Because if anyone knew, if he said, hey, I'm going to buy you out, no one sells anymore. They wait for higher. Okay? But I can't prove that to you. Because then that would defeat the whole purpose of doing it. But yeah, man, it's just been like, what else can we do? Ethereum was $5,000 4 years ago, pretty much. And now it's actually 5 years ago. Jeez, man. This is unfortunately is the game of crypto. We risk and reward. We just got the risk part. Soldier. So I think the biggest thing to remember is Richard Hart said PulseChain will have its own season. The more whales sell, the higher the rebound will be when he sends it God candles. You're right, sir. You're right. Just what's it going to be? It's going to be Ethereum 3,000 or 7,000. And which year? That's I guess what's killing everyone. Far out aliens. I'm betting on Richard Hart in the community. I'm locked the fork in. Some of us prefer spoons. Thank you, spoonie builders. I was locked the F in silver 2010, 2011. Wow, were you so? If you guys have seen Income Sharks, he's a Twitter guy. Income Sharks, he bought silver in 2011 right here. And he's been waiting 15 years. And he finally got rid of it at like $80 or something. He made it 2x, I think, in 15 years. My gosh. So he had to hold through silver all of the way here. Boom. Friends, that's why I've told you, I think Litecoin's going to do something big. Don't bet on it, but I think Litecoin, all these random stuff's going to go up. Because, friends, silver, 2011, 2015. Ben, you went nowhere for 14 years. Litecoin's gone nowhere for 13. Mr. Soldier as well. $5 Dooney, starting the freaking bull market ourselves. Sell me your billions of dollars of Hex for $10 Doonies. Sell them to me. Man. So friends, I want to let you know, right? We're all in pain, okay? Why do you think we're laughing here? Friends, we're cooked. We're cooked. Yep, friends, you ever see people in jail cells? Have you watched any of the prison documentaries? Friends, the prison documentaries, they'll get euphoric because they get peanuts, literally actual peanuts. That's their delicacy for the month, because they normally they have to eat sludge, and then once a month, if you're good, you'll get a little packet of peanuts, and they're literally euphoric. You see, that's your treat because you didn't stab anyone this month. So if you look at them, you're like, oh, well, you haven't learned your moral lessons. Nah, dude. They're trapped for life. Just, what else do you want them to do? Hey, look at these peanuts. Right? Kind of funny. I think it's a very fitting metaphor for our situation as well. Mr. Alpha, get that McDonald's hat on, Sommi. I will again, sir. Don't worry. Stressful. Real question. What is the best exchange to onboard Cash or PayPal Venmo when there isn't a new exchange isn't there a new exchange everyone's using? Good question, sir. I'd like to know as well. Is it Cash App for America and UK? I think it's maybe the Cash App or Square. Are they the Jack Dorsey ones? I think that's very, very fast. Very fast. They give you like USDC on Solana or Ethereum. Ocean Malibu. Some people are making theories that it's PulseChain pioneers that are forcing Ethereum to stay down, and they've been working on peg mechanics. Yeah, so we tell each other a lot of things, don't we? There is one little PulseChain pool with net new buyers. Wonder what that is? Solo Dolo, my goat Sommi. No, thank you, sir. I am a humble peanut brain. Okay, I've been given grace, divine help for us to be here. Raphael. Awesome. Pizza is fun. Heard that jerky's great those times too. Which pizza are you talking about, sir? Mr. Wizard of Oz. He just ate a whole pizza. What did you eat? I'm a supreme guy. You know, sometimes I like meat lovers. You know. Oh, man. You guys are great. Dino. Yes, PulseChain is dead, he said. I sold all my bags 7 months ago. Best decision I've ever made. Sometimes you have to be honest with yourself and admit you made a mistake. So, Mr. Dino, what are you buying now? What are you doing with the money, sir? Are you participating in something else? Let's look at where 7 months ago was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, that's you sold. Come on, man. That's 85% down from sack price. Come on, man. You know, it's very easy for this just to come back here, and we're still cooked. Yeah. But, you know, everyone, I know it's painful, man. Like, as I told you all the time, I saw it myself. In crypto, there's no logic. It's emotion. As in, down month, down month, down month, down month. Even though you weren't going to sell anyway, just the fact that there's repetitive red monthly candles, okay? The beat of the drum there, it makes you feel like you're in the corner with Mike Tyson and he's just laying into you. Boom, boom, boom. And that's why people throw in the towel. But to do the opposite of that, when there's green candles, 1, 2, 3, like Hyperliquid, for example, people throw in the towel the other way. They go, I have to get in. This is different. I have to get in. This is the thing now. It keeps going up. Everyone there's winning. And it's not just crypto, right? Look at gold. Look at gold, friends. Look at gold's monthly candles. Everybody threw in the towel. Look at this. Look at that, friends. Gold did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles, 1 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. Green candles. So it did like literally like 14 green candles with only 1 red. Just up and up and up and up. It went up for a whole year. And everyone's like, that's it. I have to get in. I have to get in. Look when they line up. You've had 4 red in a row. And it's happening slowly. No one's announced, hey, the gold top is in. No one announced that. I've said to you, hey, isn't it funny? The US-Iran war starts. Maybe gold top's in. So no one's going to come out and tell you, oh, the bottom thing is here. And like, you won't even believe it anyway. Gonna need more time. Eliza, no one is selling down here. Hex is basically 0. All he did is traumatize the community so much that there is no future here. Eliza, where would you go? What do you think has a future? I'd like to know. Besides Ethereum, because if Ethereum goes up, PulseChain ecosystem's leverage on it. Because you got Ethereum stack treasury. So what other coin ecosystem would you sell to go buy? I'm very curious. What you see is like winning from here. What will be your pick? Or maybe you have a selection of stuff. So there you go, friends. Awesome. Murray, I just got more EHEX pDAI. It's coming. Oh, that'll be funny. Far Out Aliens. Just think of the pain RH is feeling. He's in the trenches with us now also. Far Out Aliens. I know it's unpopular to say that, but I agree. Yes. I know, friends, because look, he's got money, so I know you can't relate to that. You're like, oh, well, you know, whoop-de-doo. You're in pain, but you got Bitcoin early and you have all this money and stuff out here. Yeah, but just remove the money, right? It doesn't solve all the problems. I feel his bones and soul have been crushed so far down, like it's in these moments, like I wouldn't be surprised if he just becomes a priest or something. I'm not joking. Like some sort of calling to God. Yeah, this is literally God and Job moment. I feel like it's something like that. Yeah, he's just literally been bitch slapped, right? Now, some of you, obviously, you probably don't believe that. You're like, no, I believe it because of the way he talks. You gotta see through that dude, friends. Like, he's literally called a scammer everywhere. Every comment, every reply, and the coins down. And, because you gotta think about this. All everybody does, they post things he said 5 years ago. All over Twitter. Can you imagine every time you went onto Twitter, people are showing messages to you of what you were saying 5 years ago, and nothing you say earns respect? Imagine that was your life. Every day you wake up, right? When he says, oh, coin going down 95% is this or that, like just, yeah, over and over and over and over again. It's literally a torturous, nightmarish hell. It is, right? But then you might say, but Sommi, why isn't he nice? Why can't he just be nice and say sorry like Charles Hoskinson, okay? I'll tell you why. All right? I'll tell you why. Because the more of a CUNT he is, the faster you get rid of Uber whales now, and they're not there to sell on the way up. That's why. Okay? There you go. I'll tell you now, okay? The more of a CUNT, see you next Tuesday, you are, the more of a warlord you appear to be. The more like, you know, like lost touch with reality you are, the more zero empathy you show, the faster you just rip the Band-Aid off. You get rid of your rectums. You get rid of your Conrads. You get rid of all your other probers. You just get rid of them. You have to get rid of like a purge. Right? The faster you do that. And you know, friends, speaking of rectums, you know, Mr. Rectum Rochelle, he's got only now 2.5 million left because the prices are so down. Okay. So just to give you an idea, like, so it is effectively, it's working. People are going to get rid of exponentially more supply. You can actually see it here. Look at that. He's down to 2.5 million. Wow. Yeah, man. He had like 200 million at the top. So there you go, friends. So that's it. That's it, you know. Because you got to think about it. Like, if he came out and said, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix that. What he's actually done is he's told all those people thinking of selling, oh, don't sell. Please don't sell. But then they're going to be a chain around your neck on the way up. Yeah. Now, by the way, it could be total cope. But that's just how I see it. Okay. What would you do if your Ethereum still cucked after 5 years? What would you do? Also, Mr. Crypto Chaos, your message got deleted, but I'll show you. I'm not afraid of these comments. He says, quit comparing these Richard Hart coins to those with tier 1 exchange access, so idiots will FOMO buy your bag. So, Crypto Chaos, once again, showing a complete lack of understanding, okay? Because you don't understand how it works, okay? If your coin is not on an exchange, it means you are early. Because all those lazy people, there are 300 million Binance customers, they can't buy your coin. They have not been exposed to your coin. When your coin is listed everywhere, you are no longer early because 1 billion eyeballs have now seen it. Okay, does that make sense to you? When was the best time to buy Bitcoin, Mr. Crypto Chaos? 2010, 2011. Where was it listed? Nowhere. When was the best time to buy Bitcoin, Mr. Crypto Chaos? Oh, when the pizza guy got it. There was no exchange. You had to order a pizza for a guy. He'll send you 10,000 Bitcoin. Where's your exchange? What about Ethereum? What about Doge? What about all this? What about NFTs? Okay, the best time to buy NFTs was before Tai Lopez knew about them. Okay? I can go on and on and on. When was the best time to buy Shiba Inu? When it was just on Uniswap. When was the best time to buy literally everything? Before they got listed. Every single time. After they got listed, they start getting cooked. Now, of course, yes, I've cherry-picked all the survivors. It's survivorship bias. Of course it is. But what are you going to do? Okay? If you want to sell and leave, go buy stuff that's already listed on exchanges, you know? It's funny. That argument was used by the Charles Hoskinson worshippers. Do you remember, guys? Do you remember like a few months ago? They said, Cardano's so nice because Charles is so honest. His coins listed everywhere. Let me show you. He listed everywhere. How'd that go? Let's look at pWBTC. How's that going? Wow. Wow. You are down from 2017. You're down 97% against Bitcoin. You're so down, you are below where you actually launched from. Wow. Look at all those listings. Oh, what about XRP? Let's look at XRP. That's a great coin. XRP is down from 2013, 68% in 13 years. I'm going on and on and on and on and on, okay? The biggest opportunities is when there is no listing. It doesn't mean if something's not listed, it's an automatic opportunity. That just gives you an idea that you're early, okay? So that's just it, right? Obviously, the next question is, which are the coins to buy? I don't know, dude. I don't know, okay? But thinking something is everywhere is a good idea. That's exactly how you get mogged, because now you are late to hear about it, okay? You want to hear about stuff before everyone hears about it, okay? If you find them, please let us know. We're waiting. For example, the best time to buy BitTensor Tau wasn't when Ivan on Tech's talking about it or any other or Crypto Banter. The best time to buy it was when you had to go to this weird exchange on some other like weird Bitcoin layer thing and convert some weird stuff into it, and it was not listed anywhere. It wasn't even CoinGecko. That was the best time to buy it. See? There you go. Stressful. What would you do? Hex $10. I don't I'm not going to bother entertaining these high numbers, man. Let's get to 1 cent. Let's get to 1 cent. Crypto Chaos. Sommi, tell the truth. It's so wrecked the sacrifice wallet won't even do poop at this point. I don't think so, dude. I think the sacrifice wallet will do something when Ethereum is higher. How high? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But 5K, 10K, I don't know. Okay. It'll do something at some point. I just don't know. Far Out Aliens, Poloniex stole all my Cardano. So that is, I think, another Justin Sun exchange. Midnight Ornaments. Richard Hart twerking at the altar while wearing Gucci clerical robes. I could see it. And Mission Ocean Malibu. I think Richard Hart is preparing PulseChain to pass the bus test because literally 80% of viewers are always talking about SAC funds. Yeah, there you go. Exactly as well. Kingo, do you ever imagine what the Hex ecosystem would be like if we kept everything on Ethereum, no PulseChain coins? At the beginning of this video, sir, I addressed that and it would have been worse. Because when you have all the coins now, you can change the thickness of the bonding. So because there's a big Hex Whale, because there's multiple coins, this Hex Whale doesn't kill everyone. It just kills Hex. And then when he's done, you can recover. But that's the benefit of having different liquidity thinness between the bonding of the coins. And also you can create trading traps for him as well. Dr. Peg, a crowd favorite as well, with his pDAI Canon Thesis. I'm taking a second and third job because I ain't no BITCH, the beach. We need to DCA the pain away. Monaco ain't for everyone. We need them balls of steel. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Guys, I've told you. Everyone says, just admit it's shit. I told you it was shit 2 years ago. Just admit it's a scam. Okay, say it's a scam. Now what? Now what? Where are you going? Where are you going? By the way, people keep coming back. They keep coming back. It's a network effect, dude. They keep coming back. They keep coming back. Where else do we go, man? You're going to buy someone else's problems anyway. Okay? And then you realize, oh crap, I'm going to buy another altcoin, which also needs Ethereum to go above $5,000. I am exactly back in the same spot. There you go. All right? There you go. I do love and appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget that. Curb. What's the point of Hex? The yield isn't even good anymore. You can buy other financial instruments with higher yield. Good point, sir. Good point. These tokens, okay, Hex, the utility, forget about that, okay? Just like anything else, okay? Like Dogecoin doesn't even give you yield. It's about the community, all right? It's a community. It's like, it's the early OG PulseChain. Okay. Now you might say as well, look, I'll give you an example, right? One day crypto is much, much, much bigger, and Bitcoin dominance is not 66%. It's probably like 26%. And then maybe in 10 years, I'm saying, people will say to me, Sommi, why the hell would you buy stupid Bitcoin? You can't do anything on it. And I'll say, look, man, it's like buying the Bible, dude. It's never going away. It's the first one. It'll never go away. It's locked in. Okay, so it's going to have a residual network effect there. That's it. Yeah, and like, don't buy it for the yield. It doesn't matter. People buy meme coins with no yield as well. So what are you actually buying? Okay, you're buying into a network effect. People have logos and tattoos. There's conferences. I know they're all gone because the price is so low. They're very embarrassed. I know that, okay? But I'm the only, look, I am the only guy. I like a coin here and here and here and here, okay? And I sit here, I'm telling you truthfully, yeah, I wanted everything to go up. We got destroyed. Guess what? The fundamentals are still the same. There's still people here worth DCA buying, $10 goonies. They don't come out and say that. Because they're scared, man. I know everyone's scared, man. Everyone's very, very, very scared. But think about it logically, dude. If you like something at 5 cents, why don't you like it at 1? And then 0.5, why don't you like it? It's cheaper. You know, because, you know what, friends? I've helped everyone. I've shown them, like, look, you can DCA buy $10 goonies, dude. You can. It keeps you in the game. And if you don't like it, buy Bitcoin. Put $10 into Bitcoin. Glimmery coin. My friend. Glimmery coin. Sir, people still don't know our deep, deep friendly connection. Sir, just buy hype. Here we have Glimmery coin buying the blood of Arthur Gaze, our favorite bear. Here we have hype as well. So these are the monthly candles of hype. So, of course, friends, with Hyperliquid, you have, look, you have this chart, and you just, look, you're going to see it in real time, friends. You're going to see it like, utility's not enough. It's actually not enough. But we'll see. Hopefully the perps and the volume and everything keeps accelerating up. Is Hyperliquid example of things of how they should go? Or is it just the one and done thing? We didn't see this in 2022. So we'll see how it all plays out. Just be careful, you know, friends. Like, just... no one knows what they're doing, dude. No one knows what they're doing. Did you buy potatoes last month? No, you didn't. Okay. Perpetual Bitcoin. Hex next cycle is the third cycle curse. Yes. But sir, third cycles, you don't break the high. You don't break the high. Hex is 450x to the high. If it does 100x from here, it looks like a failure on a linear chart, but it's 100x higher. That's combined Hex. Okay? That'll be the equivalent of like 5 cents or something, or something out here. Ban smart money. Good. I love that username. Ban the smart money. That's a very good nickname. Buying before major exchange listings is like earning high bank interest. You're rewarded for the extra risk the underlying project carries. Yes. Okay. Yes, you are. If you get it right. You know, friends, isn't it amazing? Even after this highest value content I deliver, we still have people who think you're early when an exchange lists your token. Isn't that beautiful? It just tells you, like, there's going to be top buyers all over again. It's going to happen all over again. This is pDAI. It's actually at the devil's number 1666 as well. So people are going to think pDAI is cheaper at 1 cent than it is right now. And they'll think it's even cheaper at 3 cents than it is now. It's just going to happen all over again. Next comment. Murray, not enough people having raw milk. Get off the soy. Exactly. Mr. What do you think about the July 26th date for pDAI pegging? I know it's going to kill dopamine, friends. I don't think a pDAI pegging comes anytime soon. Okay, because I just think there is too much opportunity to get people in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And each way, rinse more supply. That's what I just think. Okay, and remember, I don't know anything. I literally know nothing. If I knew anything, I would have bought NVIDIA in 2018 instead of joining Bitcoin, okay? Because NVIDIA's outperformed it by 400%. That Pulse, I love this. He said, it's okay to admit you were brainwashed. But this is the funniest part. His username is that Pulse. like his username is part of the network of the chain. He's like, no, you're brainwashed. Like, I love his friends. Crypto B, where'd you get that pDAI hat, Sommi? Sir, I had to make it. I had to make it 2 years ago. I hope we get to make more later on. Glimmery Coin, sir, much love for you. I do miss you, sir. Please let me know. How's Faisal doing? How's young Faisal? Oh, man, I miss him. Faisal, friends, Faisal, when we were trading, Faisal was the innocent, you know, friends, group of guys, there's always an innocent friend. He was so innocent, he would never swear. So for like a year and a half, he never swore, friends. I think once we almost got him to swear. I think James, someone was really going out of his way to offend him. Like we're trying to get Faisal to swear once. And he goes, I think he went like, right, that's it. You're full of sugar. That's all he ever said. That was it. That was his snap moment. That's all he could ever say. Oh, man, it was really hard. We just couldn't get him to swear. Oh, he's so innocent, man. Some people are just built differently, friends, you know? Man, it was I'll never forget that. That was, by the way, when was that? I still remember when we were doing that, okay? That was October 2018. I'll show it to you. That was when Bitcoin famously went nowhere in right here. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. There you go. This was the month. There you go. It went nowhere this month. Okay, we'll go on board. It was funny. That was a month I actually researched. How the hell do you value this thing? Yeah, good memories, man. Good memories. Good memories. Interesting during those times, right? Mr. That Pulse saying, you are in a cult. Just admit you are sick from being in a cult and it's okay. So do you understand? You know, Uncle Peter Schiff called Bitcoin people a cult yesterday, and MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor. Cult just means you're passionate, and you're calling it a cult because you are using other asset classes to value this, and it doesn't compute. So you're looking at cash flow in stocks. You don't see cash flow in crypto. So you go, oh, you guys are all stupid, okay? But every asset class looks at other asset classes and calls them stupid. Like Uncle Peter Schiff says stocks are all Ponzi's. He goes, because when the money goes to zero, I have utility in my gold. You can't do anything with your stock. Give you an example of that, right? And Bitcoin, what do you use Bitcoin for? Still nothing. You're hoping Michael Saylor finds more Bitcoin to buy. So yeah, man, you see a network effect, you see people, we're just waiting for hell to end. Does anybody have a fire extinguisher, please, for hell to end? Far out. Buy a Toyota, buy some gold, silver, SPYE, BRK, Berkshire, VU, QQQ, SPY, Pokemon cards. The world isn't going away. Have some faith. Well done. So literally listed every single thing but crypto. Logie, Sommi, why CEX if DeFi? It's just for normies. Soy no coins. Oh, yeah, good point, by the way. That's funny. Yes, I was talking about the other people in here saying, oh, come and buy on a centralized exchange. Like, dude, you understand? They only have value because crypto is decentralized. But, you know, price charts do a lot of talking too. Ocean Malibu, damn, that coin dumped 85% in less than 24 hours. I think it was a very, very huge exploit. Which one, sir? That coin. Hallelujah, I like these ones. Hallelujah and Tyler said, Sommi bearish on the July peg is actually bullish. Sir, for that, you're both going to become moderators. Those are the types of people I want moderators in here. They're well done. I like that. I like that, friends. That's awesome. When Vice City 2. Eliza, Richard had a mental breakdown from FOMO buying the ETH top. Nah, I don't think so. Mental breakdown. Nothing sees mental breakdown. Tom Lee inserted 18 billion into Ethereum. He's still offside. Okay. So where are we going from here, friends? Ecosystem's cooked. Altcoins are down. We're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. If you're looking for when things get better, you definitely have to see Ethereum above 3,000 again. Okay? Ethereum above 3,000 again. Things are looking better and feeling better. All of these coins, I'm going to keep DCA buying every single week. What else can you do? Okay, where do we go? Everywhere you touch in crypto, you're going to get mogged, okay? Unless you want to buy Hyperliquid. After that up-only run, good luck, man. I hope so. By the way, just like, okay, friends, Hyperliquid, here's the thing, right? The thing is, if Ethereum goes up 50%, let's say Ethereum's 3,000 or something, okay? Maybe Hyperliquid, maybe it's up to 110. So maybe Hyperliquid is up 80%. Okay, but there are coins, friends, that are down like 99%. Like it's so easy for them to just flick up. And the liquidity pool's only got 100K in it. Literally, friends, you know, if a liquidity pool, if there is 100K total in a liquidity pool, 100K, that means there's only $50,000 on the offer, which means if 50,000 buys, the coin goes up 4x. 4. Okay, because you've doubled the offer, so you've 2 times squared the rise of price, 4x. So just showing you how thin they are. The thing is, though, no one wants to step in front of the train now. That's what I'm saying. It all happens in unison. Unless you think this time is different, but yeah, we can think about all of that all over again. Don't forget, he loves you, friends. We're still going to make it 1 decade out here. I know it's been really, really tough, but, you know, don't forget, Michael Saylor's Michael Saylor's running the world's biggest Ponzi. Let's hope it doesn't take us to 0 in the first place. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.